What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nash, and today we're going to be talking about programming and finance, specifically Python. So if you haven't heard already, Python has become the most popular programming language in finance, which is really amazing. And it's also surprising because I can imagine 20, 30 years ago, no one was thinking that, we're going to be relying on Python to do a lot of the things we do in finance. So when it comes to using Python, it's being used by a lot of fintech companies, right? Companies that use technology and finance to simplify things and do things really fast. So a good example would be Robinhood, the trading platform, right? So that company is a fintech companies that combined finance, which is the trading side, and technology, which is, being able to put it on your phone and really simplifying the entire process. And when it comes to jobs that heavily rely on Python, this is going to be, jobs in research. If you're doing a lot of research, you're looking at a lot of data, and using Python might help you simplify the data and process the data a lot faster. And if you're also working as an analyst, this could be a financial analyst or a data analyst that works with financial data. This is really going to help you. And lastly, you have traders. If you're looking at Wall Street, you literally have people that sit on the trading floor executing a bunch of trades. Other than COVID-19, we're starting to see less and less people on the trading floor because, companies are actually implementing Python scripts or Python programs that help with the trading side. So they help with the repetitive stuff. So now the question is, how is Python actually used in finance? So I'm going to be giving you 3 different areas in finance where Python is really used and people really rely on it. So the first one is going to be building analytics tools, right? So this is going to be more for financial analysts or anyone that works in an analyst position in finance. So you can look at a data analyst, someone is working with a hedge fund, someone is working in equities. So all those people are going to be analysts, right? There's a lot of people that fall under the financial analyst title, but they do different things. One common thing they have is going to be they work with a lot of data. So if you're doing analysis, obviously you want to have a lot of data in order to have the most accurate answer. So this is where Python comes into play. If you're working with a lot of data, you need ways to simplify the data. Of course, you can do it manually. I work as an analyst and I use Microsoft Excel. I use VLOOKUPs. I use all kinds of formulas, all kinds of functions in Microsoft Excel to simplify things. But sometimes when you're just working with a lot of data, those things seem too repetitive, right? Because you have to do it for each data set. If you have, let's say, 20 sets of data, right? So that you need to look into, or you're doing a reconciliation of these data sets, you're going to have to do this for each set of data. Now, imagine if you can use Python to simplify that process, right? So this is repetitive, right? If you have one data set and you figure out that, okay, with this data set, what I need to do is use this formula, this function, and it's good. And I gotta repeat the same thing for the next 19 data sets, like if you have 20. So now imagine if you can have Python do that for you. Python is gonna be able to take care of the repetitive stuff, which is gonna allow you to have more time to work on the analysis part, and which is gonna give you more time to work on more projects. And that's gonna be more work for you, but you're gonna be able to finish that work. So if you want to go into the specifics of what type of analysts really need to know Python, you can look at anyone who works as an analyst in quantitative finance. So if you're working for a hedge fund, private equity, if you're doing those kinds of, analyst jobs. So if you are an analyst that works in quantitative finance, knowing Python could be a really great tool for you to make your work easier and to also get promoted. Imagine showing up to work one day saying, all right, I know a way to do this. I know a way that we can automate this process so we can finish this project on time. And when it comes to actually learning and programming in Python, it's a pretty easy language to learn. Just go ahead and look it up. You're going to see that it's really easy to learn. And it also comes with a lot of libraries, which are pretty much like databases of tools that you can use. And these really simplify the process. All right, so the next one is going to be banking software. When you think about banks, you're going to think about Chase. You're going to think about Bank of America. You're going to think about all these big banks. But one thing that a lot of people miss is going to be, think about Venmo, Cash App. Think about those things that we use every day. Zelle, things we use every day to make to transfer money, right? So before the age of these digital banks, that's what I'm going to define them as, digital banks. Before the age of those, you'd have to go to the bank, right? Or to use your bank app to, your Chase mobile app to make transfers in savings account or to send someone money. But now we have Cash App, we have Zelle, we have Venmo. So Venmo, for example, this is a platform that heavily relies on Python. It was built on mostly Python. So these are pretty much banking platforms that provide payment solutions, which is really, really amazing. This part of finance is relatively new, but it simplifies the banking process, making payments and receiving payments. And the last one is going to be cryptocurrency, or you can just say crypto for short. But Python is used to build models or programs that predict the price and provide a lot of insights when it comes to crypto. So there's actually a Python data science ecosystem that's called Anaconda. So this helps retrieve the pricing for cryptocurrency, and it allows them to do a lot of analysis on it, which includes, predicting the price. Now, if you think about crypto, which is a digital currency, so there's no physical paper money or coins, pricing crypto can really be challenging for these analysts. So they tend to use Python, which is going to help them price it, and it's going to help them create a forecast. If you're looking at stocks, you can look at a company's assets and liabilities, financial documents, and you can create an accurate, forecast based on those numbers. But when it comes to crypto, you don't have financial statements. You don't have, assets, liabilities, all that stuff. It's just a digital currency. So Python really helps when it comes to pricing it and analyzing the data that, that comes with it. So when you're thinking about crypto, you can reference websites like Coinbase, which allow you to buy and sell crypto. For example, Bitcoin, you can buy and sell Bitcoin on Coinbase. Now, there's a lot of websites that do this. So those websites need that information, right? Because if you're going to be buying crypto, you need the price, right? If you're going to sell it, you need the price. So pricing is really important when it comes to cryptocurrency. And this is an area that Python has really helped. So that is pretty much it for this video. Let me know if I missed anything. If you want to add anything else to this, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.